Okay, so it's been a while since my last post on the Hayward Trivac 500 pool cleaner. I was pretty hard on Hayward because it had been so difficult to get any responses from those guys and to get any satisfaction. And then on a whim, I tried it one more time and got a response. So the guy was super nice, and he told him I didn't want another Trivac 500 because it was poorly designed, and I stand by that original statement from the last post. But I feel like it's fair because they did tell me that they totally redesigned the newer Trivac 500s, and that some of the flaws that I experienced are no longer flaws, they claim. So I feel it's only fair that since they sent me a brand new Trivac 500 2017, I'm assuming. Today is November 29th, 2017. So I'm assuming this is the 2017 model. It's only fair that I let you know that they sent me a new one and that I'll test it out and see if it is in fact better. This is the information on it. I don't know what all these numbers mean, but in case somebody does. But I will I'll hook it up. Because of the problems I had with the last one, I've watched every video Hayward has out there to try to fix the last one. I ended up trying to actually retrofitting my old one. But from here, I'll set it up per their instructions, make sure the cord, the hoses are the right length, and we will get back to you with the results. It's fall, so lots of leaves in the pool. I've been scooping them out by hand. So this is a welcome addition. So newer version, Trivac 500. Be right back with the results of how it's set up and how it works. Okay, we're outside, taking the old one is on the right, the new one is on the left. I'm not gonna bore. I know there's a lot of people that like the whole unboxing aspect of some of these videos when you pull a new product out. I'm not going to bore everybody with that. But the new one is on the left, the old one is on the right. I immediately saw several design features that were different. First of all, they ask you to stretch the hose out in the sunshine to get the memory out. So I'm doing that. However, this hose for the new one, while it seems to be the same PVC type, flexible PVC material as the old one, here's the old hose, it looks like they've added a section. Again, here's the new section. You can see a difference right here, and then right here it's a little bit different. Can't tell you yet what kind of performance that's going to enhance, but I will tell you that from here to here is a different kind of material. This hose, the new hose, is the same material as the old hose, but again, from this section to here and this little section are all a much suppler, much more flexible type of material. It's not at all, it doesn't have at all the same feel. This is very slick. This has a matte finish, but it's just suppler, it's softer. Very, very different material. So that's the first thing I noticed. And then this section here, this additional section here. A lot of these components seem to be the same on both. The button's red now. I don't know why, but you know, it was just a white button on the two year ago model. This section is gray. The tail, the sweep tail is now gray, whereas the old tail is a matching white. Not really sure that's any functionally different, but these sections here seem to be virtually the same. Going over to the actual units themselves, the first thing I noticed was that the bags, this piece right here, where it attaches, now has a thumb release. Makes it very simple to take it off and put it back on. That was a major issue with this model. This model, you would have to, I'm already having problems. Now, while that seemed simple, sometimes it would catch, and it was very difficult to get that off there. You almost felt like you were gonna break this piece. So you can see the thumb release versus no thumb release on this one. Now, what I do not have an opinion on yet is whether or not this seal here that holds the actual lip of the bag in place, holds the bag to the plastic piece, whether it's going to do better on the new one or not. They look very similar, but a lot of times the bag would come apart from this, and it was very difficult to keep the bag or get the bag back on there once this whole center section came up. This is two pieces, as it looks like this one is again two pieces. So hopefully they've done something inside here. I do not want to take it apart until I have to, but hopefully there's something inside here that holds the bag inside of this mechanism better than it did on that one. The wheels are still free spinning. I'm assuming the colors just faded on my old one. What I do notice pretty quickly though, and I hope it's a design difference. The nozzle still the reverse jet still shoots out the front, but it does look like they've angled it a bit. So it looks like it's actually coming out, you know, instead of straight out towards you, it looks like it might be coming out at an angle here. And that's what a big flaw that I felt was in this unit here. Now, I can't show you if it is intrinsically different, but because what I did was I actually took that same nozzle. So here's what something similar it looked like out of the box. I actually put an additional hose on it, wrapped it around, and attached it here to try to get, once it did reverse, instead of just what it would do, it would reverse out, go right back into the spot where it was stuck, reverse out short, go right back into the spot where it was stuck. And instead, what it needed to do was reverse out at an angle so that it would go away in a different angle instead of just this right here. So I changed mine based on what one of the technicians that came out suggested. It probably needs to reverse out differently. You should probably try to figure something out. So that's what I did. So I can't tell you if the original one also looked exactly like this one. The 2 year ago model looked like this, but it would appear that it does come out at an angle, which should push it, like I said, out like this when it reverses, and let it go in a new direction instead of just back and forth. So we're going to hook it up. I'm going to do the same length hose, since that was set up by the factory guy. So I'm just going to use the length of this hose, match it to this one, cut it, install it, put it in the pool, and I'll pick up there. Okay, here we are back out. We've got everything set up the correct way. The new hose has been cut to length, the exact measurements as in the instructions. It is actually about 3 inches longer than the old hose, but that was our guide since the Hayward factory guy set that one up. Here's the old machine, some extra hose there that came off. Excited to get it in there. It's kind of a windy day, and the waterfall is on, so you can't see it very well, but there is some debris down here in the pool. I'm going to run it for a couple of hours, see if it picks up those leaves, get a good eyeball on how many are in there. But this will be the maiden voyage of the replacement of the Hayward Trivac 500. Hopefully the design changes are different. One thing that I meant to note earlier was that in this unit, I'm hoping what they did was they changed the internal ballast to where it wouldn't allow little pieces of PebbleTech that might come off the surface in this unit would get into the gear system. Somehow it's not sealed well enough in this unit, and it would actually, a little tiny piece of PebbleTech would get into the gear and would stop the reverse gear from allowing the unit to back up. So hopefully that's changed. I'm not taking it apart to see if that looks different inside. I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed and set her on her way, and we'll check back and see a couple hours if she was able to pick up the debris in the bottom of the pool, and then maybe an update even further after that to see if the gear will continue to work and not get caught up with the PebbleTech material. Okay, here we are. Got a little late, so I turned the pool light on, but so the new Hayward Trivac 500, excuse me, does appear to be working quite a bit better than our old friend over there from 2 years ago. I have been using this as my pool cleaner. It's a fantastic basket, by the way. It does a really good job. Gotten very good at it since that dude wouldn't work. So new, old 2 year ago version, 2015, I would guess it was, whenever it was introduced. Bad flaws. This one seems to be working much better. So got most all the debris up. There's one leaf down there, one over there, but it's not terrible. It did slow down just because of the weight of the leaves in the basket, but and it does. But you can see the reverse gear does work considerably better, and it doesn't go straight back anymore. It goes back at an angle. The much more supple hose section from here to here seems to also lend itself to having more movement when it goes in reverse and getting out of stuck spots. I'm not going to sit here and say it's the best, has done the best job in the last 2 or 3 hours of cleaning the pool, since there are still a couple of leaves in there. There weren't a lot to begin with, but it is moving around the pool, and it is doing its job. It's not getting stuck in one spot. It usually got stuck right there or right there and did nothing else. Just kept reversing back in and out of there, or not reversing at all because of the pebbles getting stuck in the gears. So time will tell whether or not they've improved on the baffle system inside. So you can see how it turns around in much better motion. This one actually climbs the walls, so the pressure seems to be improved. So I wanted to be fair to Hayward. So the new 2017 model of this Hayward Trivac 500 works much better than the earlier models. I would recommend it. I would recommend it now. It seems to be a fine unit. So good. Just kudos to Hayward for finally coming through, though be it a little bit late, and taking care of the customer. So only fair to post what their reaction was. So thank you, Hayward. Sorry about your first model. It was a piece of garbage. This one works much better.